Chapter 3. Cluny the scourge lay upon his bed, racked with crippling pains. Rat captains gathered in the corner of the sick room. They sat silent. The terrible injuries would have proved fatal to any other rat on earth, but not to Cluny. A broken arm, a broken leg, numerous cracked ribs, a fractured tail, smashed claws, and other hurts not yet diagnosed. Redtooth and 4 of the others might have set upon their leader and finished him off for good. But the fear of his legendary powers was too strong. Nobody knew for sure the extent of Cluny's remorseless vitality. Watching him now, the barrel-like chest heaving up and down, the still strong tail swishing spasmodically, Redtooth marveled at Cluny's strength. He was not even sure if Cluny was shamming, pretending that his injuries were severe, merely as some kind of test or trap that he had set up for his captains. The 12 sentry rats were locked in the hut that they had been set to guard. It was now repaired. They had been soundly flogged for letting the Vole family escape. As a further punishment for concocting lies about a big hare and a young mouse, Redtooth ordered that the 12 be starved until further notice. He had been lenient with them. Cluny would have sentenced them to death and personally killed them with his bare claws. Outside in the churchyard, the leaderless horde did absolutely nothing to reorganize. Sitting about licking their wounds and waiting for the chief to recover seemed to be the order of the day. Again, the mouse warrior, armed with his ancient sword, returned to haunt Cluny's fevered dreams. Once more, he was falling from the plank on the abbey wall. Falling. Below him waited spectral figures, raggy, with a blue face bloated too many times its normal size. A rat skeleton dressed in Cluny's own battle armor. A huge hare with enormous feet. And a thick-bodied, venomous-looking banded snake. He tried to twist away from them as he fell, but however much he swerved and tried to change direction, Cluny had only to look down and see the fierce-eyed warrior mouse, waiting, always waiting, the sword held point upwards for him to be impaled upon. Cluny tried to cry out, but not a sound came. It was as though his throat was being squeezed tightly. He felt the sharp sword pierce his chest. Bong! Once more, the sound of the Joseph bell tolling out across the fields from Redwall wakened the warlord. Fingburn, who was trying to extract a piece of elm branch from his chief's chest, leaped backwards in fright as Cluny's eye snapped open inches from his own. "Get away from me!" Cluny rasped. Fingburn retreated, mumbling excuses. Cluny eyed him suspiciously. He didn't trust any of them. "If you really want to help, go and get hold of some of those new recruits who live locally and bring them here to me," he gasped. Within minutes, Fingburn had assembled a band of the recruits around Cluny's bed. "We'll scrag the weasel," Cluny growled. Cheese Thief stepped forward, wiping imaginary tears from his face with the back of a filthy claw. "Don't you remember, Chief? He fell out of the big tree. After I'd taken care of you, I went back for him. But when I got to him, the poor weasel was dead. What a good, kind—" Shut your moaning face," said Cluny irritably. "If he's dead, then that's that. Here, you recruits, come closer and listen to me." Apprehensively, the little group shuffled forwards. Cluny raised himself slightly on one elbow. "Do any of you know where a healer can be found? I don't mean one like those mice. I need a creature that knows the old ways. A gypsy. One who can cure anything for the right price." Kilconey the ferret bowed elaborately. 'Tis your lucky day, your honor, for don't I know the very vixen? Foxes, echoed Cluny. Aye, foxes, sir, the ferret replied. Didn't me own mother always used to say, there's nothing like a fox to fix? There's a whole tribe of 'em living across the meadows, sir. Old Sella the vixen is the girl you'll be wanting, her and her son Chicken Hound. They'll fix you up right as rain, if there's something in it for them. Does your honor want me to fetch them? Slowly, Cluny's tail wound itself about the ferret's neck, drawing him in close. Get them, Cluny said hoarsely. Find the foxes and bring them here to me. Kilconey's throat bulged as he tried nervously to swallow. I will indeed if you'll just let go of this poor old ferret's neck, sir. I'll go as fast as if the devil himself was chasing me. You lay back now and rest your noble self, sir. Cluny released the ferret and lay back with an agonized sigh. Now was the time to think and plan ahead. Next time would be different. Red Tooth, he called. Take some soldiers and scout around. See if you can find a great, hard timber, a big log or tree trunk, something that will serve as a battering ram. The mice might have won a battle, but Cluny had not yet lost the war by the claws of hell thunder. Those abbey mice were going to pay with blood for what they had done to Cluny the Scourge.